So batting first is a very tricky thing to do. I mean, when you're batting first with the knowledge that you've got to get 200 plus, with that pressure of getting on with the game straight away. There were a few drop catches, but Sunil Narayan today wasn't just about wild hitting. There was some sensible hitting, anticipating the bowlers as well. What a brilliant catch yesterday. Avesh Khan, left-handed. Yep, I'm a good catcher. We may have the gloves, but I've got the quick hands, is what Avesh Khan is saying. And then he saw Raghuvanshi come in and play some sublime shots. Sunil Narayan just plays one way. He's an absolutely selfless batter. Couple of dot balls and he feels the obligation to play a high risk shot. Generally, this season that ball is disappearing for a six.
Then Raghuvanshi backed himself to clear the boundary, couldn't. That was the second wicket at 106, they put on 85. But it didn't matter to Sunil Narayan, who just kept going. This time with Shreyas Iyer for company. And then that leg before, Shreyas was walking off, took the review, then walked off.
This is where he showed his class. Really, this is high quality cricket. You're looking at Chahal, purple cap holder. That's how he got to his 100. And you won't see more fired up than what he just saw. Andre Russell seemed more delighted than the centurion. With a couple of good fours before this happened. And it seemed like maybe 200 plus may not be possible. Sunil Narayan carried on and then needed beauty from Bolt to get him. But after that, like we see in T20 cricket in IPL so often, guys, you just play the 5 or 6 balls like Mahendra Singh Dhoni the other day. 18 runs was the difference between the two sides. And if Knight Riders win today, despite the 100 of Sunil Narayan, it could be Rinku Singh's contribution down the order that might prove to be the difference. Has to be one of the best T20 Indian batters in Indian cricket in the IPL. When it comes to batting, the night belonged to Sunil Narayan.
Didn't belong to the bowlers, only Avesh Khan 2 for 35 and the genius of Trent Boult 1 for 31, but the spinners travelled and Kuldeep Sen was a bit expensive too. 2 for 46, but it was a takedown, a spin in the middle overs. That was the highlight of that KKR innings. Can they get these? Is there any target that is beyond reach this year? 224 from 120 balls to set up a tantalizing second half under the lights at the Eden Gardens. Yashasvi Jaiswal and Jos Buttler. It was Jaiswal who started off, and you got the feeling maybe it's going to be Jaiswal's day, as he hit a couple of the middle of the bat and then one that just left him beautifully bowled. Vaibhav Arola picks up the first wicket. This was phase 1 of Jos Buttler when he was going after the bowling. Sanju Samson, Varun Chakravarti might have taken that. Couple of those shots from Sanju Samson, and then straight up and straight in. That made it 47 for 2. Brought in Riyan Parag, who I thought played a really good innings.
Yeah, he was looking in menacing mood. Riyan Parag, some crisp strokes over the infield, all the way for 6 and along the ground. And they needed to get him until he tried to go for another maximum, a steepler. Andre Russell did well to snatch that, and then the wicket. The first one of the night for Sunil Narayan. Dhruv Jurel, the man dismissed. Ravi Ashwin pulled out in the deep. Raghuvanshi the catch, and first delivery, Shimron Maya, he perished. And that was a pivotal point in the contest, you felt. And then Ruckman Powell decided to turn it on along with Jos Buttler. They were hitting some monstrous blows. Decided to take one Sunil Narayan, a couple of sixes off his over. And just when you felt that he had the measure of him, Sunil Narayan, the champion that he is, got one back.
Showed some emotion too, but he was taken in by the moment. Then this might have been taken another day. Buttler had to sacrifice, Boult had to sacrifice because Buttler had to be in strike. There was no way anybody was getting back. Then it was all Joss Butler. Put on 38 of 16 balls with Avesh Khan, who watched it all at the non-strikers end. Needed just one of the final ball, found the gap to deliver the Rajasthan Royals a win that becomes part of their team's folklore. They will be talking about it amongst their fan community for a long, long time. So there you are, that was the action today. We'll just take a little break. We'll be back with the presentation in a moment. This is what happened. 223 and the joint highest run chase to get there. 224 for 8. Back in a moment with Sanjay Manjrekar.